we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in New Delhi at midnight on the eve of independence in August of 1947. And this is Riti Sunshine Bhalla, your host in New York, as we celebrate the 65th anniversary of that most historic day of the 20th century. India gains independence. On August 15, 1947, this was the headline in a British newspaper, and they called it the greatest headline of the century. A headline made possible by the sacrifices of countless sons and daughters of India, the valiant and the brave who gave up their lives for India's independence. The legendary Bhagat Singh, on his way to the gallows, said, "Do not shed tears when we are hanged, but do remember us whenever you celebrate the independence of India." And remembering those freedom fighters was the intent when we started this annual program 5 years ago. So we begin today by remembering and paying homage to all of them, from Mangal Pandey to Mahatma Gandhi, Maharani Lakshmibai, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sukhdev and Chandrasekhar Azad, Lala Lajpat Rai, Subhash Chandra Bose, and the countless others who laid down their lives so India could be free. Because of their sacrifices, on August 15, 1947, we bid adieu to our colonial masters, the British, after a rule which lasted for 190 years after the Battle of Plassey. It was on this day that a new independent nation was born, which would go on to become the world's largest democracy, all because of the innumerable freedom fighters. Today, 65 years later, we salute them. India has come such a long way in the last 65 years. Today, it is politically stable and emerging as an economic superpower amongst the global community of nations. The illustrious sons and daughters of the free India are making their mark all over the world. And one such daughter of India who makes our country so very proud is astronaut Sunita Williams. Daughter of an Indian American father from Gujarat, Sunita is the second woman of Indian origin after Kalpana Chawla to have been selected by NASA for a space mission. She truly personifies intellect and courage and serves as an inspiration to both young and old. Over the years, astronaut Williams has become one of the most successful in her field. Last month, she embarked on her second space mission for a 4-month stay at the International Space Station, from where she will be joining us later in the program.
20 seconds. First stage thrusters are operating.
We have a very exciting program for you to celebrate India's independence. First, we will take you to Boston, where we will meet with the Governor of Massachusetts and Dr. Deepak Pandya, the proud father of the astronaut. We will then take you to Mumbai, where you will meet Yash Chopra, who will share his memories of August 15, 1947, when he was only 15 years old. You will also meet Sanjay Dutt, Anushka Sharma, and Shah Rukh Khan, all proudly talk about the patriotism of their fathers. Later, you will meet Congressman Steve Israel and Senator Bob Menendez, two congressional leaders who are dedicated to bringing India and America closer together. Finally, you will meet another daughter of India, South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. But first, let's move to Boston and chat with Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick. Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick believes that the contribution of Indian Americans to every field of our national endeavor warrant special recognition. He says that during his remaining term in office, he plans to lead a delegation to India to help strengthen the ties between our two nations. He has appeared on our program twice in the last 2 years, and we are absolutely thrilled that Governor Patrick is joining us once again as we celebrate the Independence Day of India. Governor, welcome back.
It's a pleasure to be with you. Nice to see you.
Thank you. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Governor, each year, Indian Americans all across the country celebrate 2 Independence Days, as you know. Once on the 4th of July, the Independence Day of the world's oldest democracy, and one on the 15th of August, the Independence Day of the world's largest democracy. So, Governor, why do you think it's important to celebrate independence?
Well, first of all, independence as a concept is something that is a value that's inside people. The idea of being in charge of their own destiny, people's own destiny, and common cause. It wasn't invented in the United States, but we are very proud of it here. We're very proud of the challenges of democracy and those values of opportunity, equality, and fair play around which this country is organized also characterize India and its long journey to perfect its own union, just as we are here. And of course, we have a very large and important Indian population, Indian American population here in Massachusetts. Very important to me, very important to the whole of the Commonwealth.
Absolutely. One of the daughters of Massachusetts is also a daughter of India, our very own astronaut Sunita Williams, who is currently on a mission at the International Space Station. She has brought a great sense of pride to the Indian American community and the billion people of India, and we are truly delighted that the proud father of astronaut Williams is also with us today. While his daughter's accomplishments in the American space program are most notable, Dr. Deepak Pandya is highly accomplished in his own field. He's a renowned neuroanatomist who has taught at Harvard Medical School, and his research is internationally recognized. Dr. Deepak Pandya, welcome to our program, and it's great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Governor, Astronaut Williams, as you know, will be joining us shortly from the International Space Station. So let me ask you about her accomplishments. What do they mean to you, your state, and what do they say about the opportunities available in Massachusetts to realize the American dream?
Well, first of all, I want to also say what an honor it is to be with Dr. Pandya and to claim your daughter as a daughter of Massachusetts. You know, we have a notion here in this country, and that I have lived in my own life, called the American dream. The idea that no matter what your background, no matter where you come from, you can imagine a different path for yourself and for your family, and then to reach for it. And that the only thing that holds you back is the opportunity to develop your God-given potential. And what we are about here in Massachusetts is enabling young people to develop their God-given potential. We have consistently invested in the public schools, and we are today first in the nation in student achievement. We're in the top 5 in the world in math and science. And we're doing more and more work to reach kids who are stuck in achievement gaps, kids who are poor, kids who speak English as a second language or who have special needs. And that's all about enabling people to prepare themselves for the American dream. So I take a lot of pride. I'm not the dad, but I feel like one of your extraordinary astronaut daughter, and I know you do, and I'm very proud to claim her as a daughter of the Commonwealth.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Indeed, that's wonderful. So thank you very much, Governor, for joining us today as we celebrate India's independence.
It's an honor to be with you. Jai Hind.
Absolutely.
And happy independence, and God bless America.
Thank you, Governor.
And now we have put together a rapid-fire trivia to test your knowledge of India's history. So put your thinking caps on for trivia number 1. Here we go. What 3 countries does India share its Independence Day with? On which date did the Jallianwala Bagh massacre take place? Who made this famous statement about India? India is the cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great-grandmother of tradition. You will get the answers to these questions from a Bollywood celebrity who is my next guest, so stay tuned. His father was a great son of India. His mom was Mother India. He has acted in more than 100 films in the last 3 decades, some amongst the most successful ever.
He is Sanju Baba to everyone in the film industry and Munna Bhai to the rest of the world. I'm so thrilled to welcome Sanjay Dutt to our program. Mr. Dutt, welcome.
Thank you, Riti, and I'm so proud that you anchor such a great program and you spread awareness of our great country and you celebrate the Independence Day. And luckily, you've kind of come at such a time where I'm working for a film called Son of Sardar, and I'm dressed like a pure Indian. Yeah, so it's pretty.
Mr. Dutt, your father was such a great patriot of India. When Punjab was under the turmoil of militancy, he walked from Bombay to Amritsar to help pray for peace at the Golden Temple. He was such a great patriot and was involved in so many other humanitarian causes. Can you tell us more about if you talked about all this at home and things like that?
Absolutely. I mean, he was basically a Gandhian. I mean, he believed in the ways of our great father, Bapu Gandhi. He believed in non-violence. He believed in peace. He believed in harmony. And he tried to help the people of the country in whichever way he could, and he did that. Like you just spoke about the walk from Bombay to Amritsar. It was for peace, it wasn't for his political career, it was for peace in the country and harmony. And plus, I mean, we used to have a troop called the Ajanta Arts Welfare Troop, which we used to entertain the Jawans on the borders during the so many Pakistan wars and the China war. I mean, he really felt that some people should go up in front and entertain those great people who secure us, civilians, And I mean, I can go on and on, but he's done a lot, and he lost his wife, my mom, to cancer, and it happened in New York at the Sloan Kettering Memorial Hospital. She was there for about 2 years, and we made a lot of beautiful, very, very close friends that become of the family, who were some of the great doctors there. And he thought of starting a foundation called the Nargis Dutt Memorial Foundation for Cancer to help the poor in this country. And we yet have these dinners every year where we collect funds, we buy equipment, and we come back and we try and help the poor.
Well, he was definitely a great man. Thank you for sharing that with us. And Mr. Dutt, as you know, Indian American astronaut Sunita Williams is currently on a space mission at the International Space Station, and as you know, she'll be joining us in a little bit. And she's made the people of India and America both so proud. And you know, it can get lonely up there when you're in the same space and away from friends and family. So today, as we celebrate Independence Day here on Earth, what message would you like to convey to her?
Well, I just want to say that, we all back home in India are really, really, really proud of her as to what she has achieved, and I hope she gets a lot of success. And I mean, we all Indians are there, always there to support her, always, always.
Absolutely. We're all so proud of her and wishing and praying for her success of her mission and her safe return home to Earth. And now, Mr. Dutt, for your millions of fans around the world who are all so excited that you're here with us, what's your message to them on this very special day?
I'd just like to say is that, first of all, happy Independence Day. Secondly is that always be proud to be an Indian like I am, like my family was and is. And from my side, I can say is that me and my family are really proud of you guys staying all the way, all over the world, and yet celebrating the independence of India. Thank you.
Indeed. And in closing, we have a little Independence Day trivia, and we told the viewers at the beginning of the program that you would give them the answers, so I'm sure they're really excited to know the answers.
But I just want to tell the viewers that I'm not too good in general knowledge, so I think you'll have to help me with this.
All right, I will, don't worry. First question. What 3 countries does India share its Independence Day with?
Bangladesh, Pakistan and India.
Almost. It's South Korea, Bahrain, and Republic of Congo. Which state did the Jallianwala Bagh massacre take place?
Somewhere in 39.
April 13th, 1919.
1919?
Yeah. And the last one. Who made this famous statement about India? India is the cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great-grandmother of tradition.
Mark Twain.
Very good, absolutely, that was very good. Thank you so much, Mr. Dutt, for joining us.
Thank you, Riti, and all the best for whatever you're doing. I think it's a great thing.
Thank you so much. Happy Independence Day.
Absolutely, thank you.
we are so glad to have with us the father of astronaut Sunita Williams, Dr. Deepak Pandya. Dr. Pandya, Sunita went up to space a few weeks ago, and we all know that space flight is very risky and dangerous at times. So how do you feel about her being in space? You must be very concerned about her safety.
Yeah, of course we are very much concerned about safety. But we have a full faith on all the ground crew who are monitoring the every move of the astronauts.
Absolutely. And of course she's, like you said before, she's always protected by God, because I believe the last time she went on her space mission, she took with her a small copy of the Bhagavad Gita and also a statue of Lord Ganesh, and this time she took copies of the Upanishads and also a statue of Om, the symbol Om. So was she always religious?
Yeah, she is not religious, but she is spiritual. She believes in all the good things. And that's the reason why she is attracted to Gita, and also now she is studying the Upanishads.
That's great. And you were telling us a little bit before about on her previous mission when there was a little malfunction when she was coming down from space. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, that was the last few days before they were going to undock. All of a sudden, space station lost the gyroscopic control, and the space station was wobbling. At that moment, this news came to here and also to India. And entire India and all the Indian people, they prayed for her. Fortunately, it all was corrected and she was able to stay there safely.
Absolutely, that's very touching. And of course, I'm sure all of our viewers and all of us here are definitely praying for her safe return and wishing her the best of luck on her space mission. United States Senator Bob Menendez has attended all our Independence Day programs since 2006. He has been a strong supporter of India on Capitol Hill for nearly 2 decades, first as a congressman and now as a United States Senator and a member of the Senate India Caucus. I am so pleased that he is joining us once again. Welcome back, Senator.
Thank you, Riti, for making me part of this celebration. First, let me say to all of your viewers in New Jersey and around the world, Jai Hind, victory to India, long live India. India has truly discovered itself, not only as the world's largest democracy, but as an emerging and powerful economic power. As the world's second most populous nation, India has capitalized on the industrious nature and ingenuity of its people to make India one of the largest economies in the world. So, as a member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, I'm pleased that we can once again celebrate the progress we've made together, India and the United States. There is much to celebrate this Independence Day besides the flag-raising ceremonies and the kite flying that have come to mark that day in India. This Independence Day in 2012, it's a day to celebrate not only India's rich cultural heritage, but its bright and glorious economic future and the continuing strength of U.S.-India relations. We also celebrate the contributions of Indian Americans to this great nation, specifically the contributions of astronaut Sunita Williams to America's space program. So I just want to wish you all the very best for Independence Day 2012. Jai Hind.
And now, once again, it's time for another Independence Day trivia. Who first referred to Gandhiji as Mahatma? How old was Shahid Bhagat Singh when he was hanged? When did the first War of Independence start? What does the saffron color in our national flag stand for? When did the Indian National Congress celebrate Independence Day for the first time? Stay tuned and check your answers with my next guest, another one of your favorite Bollywood actors. She made her stunning debut with Shah Rukh Khan in 2008 and rapidly started climbing the ladder of success. Within her first 2 years in the film industry, she was nominated for 2 Filmfare Best Actress Awards and won the IFA Best Actress Award, among many others. She is a powerhouse performer with a captivating smile. I am so pleased to welcome the heroine of Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi, who is joining us today with her band Baja and Barat, the amazingly talented and stunningly beautiful Anushka Sharma. Anushka, it's so great to have you with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you, Anushka. It's so great to have you with us. Each year on this program, we remember all of those freedom fighters who laid down their lives for India's freedom and all of those in the armed forces who continue to defend our country. And your own father is a colonel in the army, so could you tell us a little bit more about that and what message you would like to convey to the sons and daughters of India who protect our country?
Well, my dad, in fact, just quit the army this January. But for 23 years of my life, I was living in an army setup, so I was brought up in a certain way. I think these men are very, very selfless. It takes a certain amount of selflessness and a different mindset to be able to be so courageous. And the best part about it is that they actually don't treat it like, you know, they're sacrificing something for somebody. For them, it's just their job that they're doing really well. And hence, maybe that's why we're so proud of the Indian Army, well, the defense forces of this country in general. So I'm a very proud daughter of an army officer. Patriotism has been instilled into our system right from the beginning, you know. And I'm really happy that I can be on your show and I can be a part of the celebrations for Independence Day.
Absolutely, it's such an honor to have you with us. And Anushka, as you know, in a few minutes we'll be joined by astronaut Sunita Williams, who is currently on a mission at the International Space Station. And she truly personifies courage. She's such a role model for so many people around the world, as you are. And so what message would you like to convey to her today as we celebrate Independence Day here on Earth?
Well, I'd just like to congratulate her and wish her all the best. Happy Independence Day to her too.
Absolutely, we're all praying for her successful mission and safe return home. And you know, Anushka, it's often said that you can take an Indian out of India, but you can't take India out of an Indian. And there are so many NRIs who are celebrating Independence Day in other countries, and for your millions of fans around the world who are watching this program, what would you like to say to them today?
I'd like to wish them a very, very happy Independence Day, and I think it's a day that brings all of us together. Unites us as Indians all over the world, wherever they may be, not just in India. So I think it's a nice day where we all feel connected, and it'll be nice if we can be proud of our country every single day, but we're definitely proud on this day collectively. And I'd just like to wish them a very, very happy Independence Day.
That's so great. Thank you so much, Anushka. And before we close, we have a little Independence Day trivia for our viewers. We told them at the beginning of the program that you would give them the answers. So here we go. Who first referred to Gandhiji as Mahatma?
Rabindranath Tagore.
Yes. How old was Shahid Bhagat Singh when he was hanged?
He was in his early 20s, I think, 23.
Yeah, correct. When did the first War of Independence start?
I know that it started 100 years before we got our independence, 100 odd souls, I think. It's 1847 or 1857.
1857, yes. And what does the saffron color in the national flag represent?
Sacrifice and courage.
And last, when did the Indian National Congress celebrate Independence Day for the first time?
I can't remember the date, but I know that it was in the year 1930.
Yeah, January 26, 1930. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Anushka. It's truly an honor for all of us, and you've really made this program so special by joining us.
Thank you, Riti. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much. Happy Independence Day.
You too.
My next guest has been to India several times and says it's one of his favorite places to go because of the inherent nature of the relationship between the United States and India. I'm honored to welcome Congressman Steve Israel to the Riti Bhalla Special. Congressman, thank you for joining us and welcome.
Thank you, Riti, for making me part of this wonderful celebration. You know, the Indian American community has become such an important part of the fabric of our nation, with constant contributions in the fields of science, medicine, engineering, and your dedication to family and community. You have become an invaluable part of the American experience and American society. Sunita Williams is a perfect example of an Indian American role model. As an astronaut for NASA, she has literally gone above and beyond, and I am so proud of her. I congratulate her on all of her achievements. On India's Independence Day, I also want to acknowledge the extreme importance of the continuing bond between the United States and India. As the world's oldest democracy and the world's largest democracy, our bond is not only a natural one, it is a strong one. It's built on the same values, it's built on the same morals, it's built on the same priorities. I am so proud that I've helped foster that relationship through legislation like the U.S.-India Energy Cooperation Act, and I hope to continue to play that leadership role in this vital friendship. Congratulations to all of you and happy Independence Day.